A woman convicted for a 1982 murder of a teenage girl in DeKalb County denied a chance at freedom. It's where we start tonight. I'm Nixon Norman. Kenesha Dees is on assignment and is live in Montgomery at the Bureau of Pardons and Paroles for Judith Ann Neelley. Kenesha, we understand the parole hearing for Neelley was earlier this morning.
Yes, Nixon, and I want to give you a feel of what the parole hearing for Judith Ann Neelley was like earlier today. It was the silence, at times the sobbing, the crying that filled that room. The Milliken family and the Chapman family have been here before. Nixon, if you can recall, 5 years ago in 2018, Judith Ann Neelley was up for parole for the very first time, and it took the board about less than a minute to deny her chance at freedom. This time, fast forward 5 years later, it took less than 3 minutes for the board to decide that they will not give her a chance at freedom again. But I want to take you back to where this all began. This was in 1999 when Judith Ann Neelley was set to be executed. She was set to be executed, but then Governor Bob James commuted her sentence to life. Here's why. The jury's recommendation was to sentence Neelley to life, but the judge at the time sentenced her to death. According to James' family and our previous reports, the governor was a respecter of the jury's decision, which was initially a life sentence. Here in Alabama, inmates are not present at hearings, going back to today, so Neelley was not there. Neither was anyone there to represent Neelley. Let's have a listen to what we did here today.
In the matter of parole for Judith Ann Neelley, it is the unanimous decision of the board that parole will be denied.
The families of Lisa Ann Milliken and Janice K. Chapman waiting to hear those words.
It took a little longer than last time, so we were a little worried there for a minute, but ultimately they made the right decision.
The only thing I have of her is a tattoo from a letter that she sent my grandmother. That if I want to talk to my sister, I have to go talk to a tombstone. And that's not right for any child, anybody to grow up without a loved one. And the fact that they think, well, I've been in prison for a few years, let me go home. No, that's not how it happens. You take a life, you lose your life.
Lisa Ann's teacher, Kathy Carr from Georgia, shared how Lisa Ann was adjusting to a new life at school, coming from the foster system.
She was just a precious young lady at 13, somewhat shy when she first came to us, but as she stayed there a while and got her bearings and she felt like she fit in, she was starting to be happy.
Janice K. Chapman was also murdered by Neelley in Georgia a week after Lisa Ann's death in 1982. Chapman's daughter, Deborah Callahan, attended the parole hearing too.
The last parole hearing we had, she had someone speak for her, and she wanted her name to begin with an M and stand for mercy, and I do not give her mercy. If her name did start with an M, it would be for monster that she is, so I do refer to her as monster.
You have monster in the closet or the monster under the bed, and a monster had a name in Northeast Alabama, and that was Judith Ann Neelley.
Nixon, another thing I want to mention is that this is the Milliken siblings' first time attending the hearing of Judith Ann Neelley without their mother. She passed away last October. Now, I did speak with the brother Calvin, who chose to be off camera, and he did say that, the mother probably couldn't handle attending another parole hearing.
Fantastic reporting, Kenesha. Question for you, though. When will Neelley be eligible for her next parole hearing, if eligible at all?
Well, Nixon, she actually is eligible for parole in 2028, May of 2028 to be exact. 5 years is the maximum for eligibility. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Kenesha.